T minus 1 minute. T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Rips the helmet off Rudolph's head and then eventually swings it and hits him in the head.
1, 2, 3, where you not hardcore? Let you live hardcore. And the legend of the rich was way hardcore. Yeah! Now we're rocking.
What's up, Raider Nation? Owners of the Hardcore Challenge, fantasy football fans in general, thank you for joining us for another edition of Hardcore Challenge Live, the official podcast of the Hardcore Challenge, which, of course, you all know is the pinnacle of fantasy football competition. We are knee-deep in the playoffs. Week 1 of playoff competition has wrapped up. We're going to do a little breakdown and run through that, all of last week's matchups, as well as hit this week's second round matchups in our postseason. The winners of this week's matchups will hit into their conference championships. Winners of this week's matchup in the All Raider Nation League will head into Raider Bowl 3. We got Hardcore Bowl 16 and Raider Bowl 3 on the docket coming up very, very soon. So let's get right into it, shall we? We've got a lot to touch on. Let's hit last week's games first. Let's start in the All Raider Nation League, and then we will move to the Big League because we got a lot more to talk about in the Big League than we do the All Raider Nation League. So let's touch on that first. Our two matches in the All Raider Nation League. So last week, round 1, we had two matches going on. We had Autumn Wind versus the defending league champ, Raider Richie, and we had Maximum Effort versus the Death Dealers. Let's touch on Autumn Wind versus the defending league champ. Did not go well for Autumn Wind. They absolutely got fucking curb stomped. They kind of backdoored and moonwalked into the postseason, honestly. They probably didn't deserve to be there by the way they had played their roster over the last month, 6 weeks. They kind of got lucky, moonwalked, backdoored in, and it shows. It shows that they did not belong in the dance as Raider Richie rips apart Autumn Wind for his 4th win in a row, looking to defend the league championship. It was not even close. It was a fucking drubbing, an absolute drubbing. Not even close. Like we said, we didn't think he belonged there, and he showed that he didn't belong there. Maximum Effort, 2nd straight postseason appearance in the All Raider Nation League. Death Dealers, Tyler finally gets in, but he did not fare well. It was a close game about halfway through Sunday, and then once Sunday night hit, this motherfucker was over. Maximum Effort wins against the Death Dealers, tacks on their 5th straight win as they are moving into this week's matchup hot. Now, let's jump over to the Big League. Let's start in the NFC, as we had two big matchups going on in the NFC last week. Let's start first. Pack Attack is back. One of the lowest record teams that ever made the postseason at 6-8. This division was a complete dumpster fire. But Corey looked like he had a chance, man. This game was a lot closer than expected. As you can see on the line graph, this was not a blowout by any means, and Pack Attack is back was making Bed Bath & Beyond sweat in this one. That's for damn sure. But picks up the win, grabs a spot in the semifinals as Corey's underdog season came to an end. Congratulations on making the postseason out of your shit division and pulling it together, but ultimately left with the L. In the other game, Black Hole versus Kilowattage. This was a fucking shootout, man. 225 to 242. And look at this. Look at the line graph, man. This thing was close all the way through, an absolute shootout. Unfortunate to see lines go down like that. That's a toughie, man. You put up 225 in the first round of the playoffs in the wild card round. You expect to be moving on. So that's a tough loss right there. That's a tough loss. Congratulations on the division championship, but going home without a postseason win, and I don't believe he has a postseason win to his record in the big league. So that's a disappointing loss for him right there, especially when you put up that many points. That means you put together a solid roster to compete, and it just wasn't your day. Just wasn't your day. Over in the AFC, we had two big matchups going on. Knox Vegas Anarchy, Stinky Pinky. These were two heavy hitters here, two former champs. This was a big matchup. But Knox Vegas Anarchy made it a little interesting in the end. He pulled it close. But man, Stinky Pinky ran away with this one from the very beginning. It was never really close. Beats Knox Vegas Anarchy to advance to the semifinals. Knox Vegas Anarchy got 60 out of Jared Goff and still could not overcome Stinky Pinky. I mean, he made it close in the end. Again, you score 200 points in the wild card round of the postseason, you expect to move on, but that was not the case as Stinky Pinky is moving on. Wild card team moving on to the next round. This was the closest game by far. This was my game in the AFC, my Raw Dog Nation, facing off against Bleeding Green. We tied 160 earlier in the season. That's where we both got our ties, sitting at 9-4-1. We'd faced off earlier, I believe it was week 6, and we tied 160 to 160. 204 to 189. This was so close. This line graph, man, it was 188 to 190 to 187. I was down by 3 points for a lot of it. As you see, I was trailing a lot of the way here. I pulled it out at the very end. Jacoby Myers in fucking garbage time for me. Saved the fucking day. Robert Spillane and Jacoby Myers. I was not feeling good about leaning on two Raiders on that shitty Monday Night Football game to have to pull it out for me. But goddamn it, garbage time Jacoby came through and he was fucking money and gave me just enough of a win. 204-189 in the absolute garbage time at the end of that horrible Monday Night Football game. The Raw Dog Nation squeaks it out against Bleeding Green. Comes back to beat Bleeding Green, our third straight win as we're moving on to the next round. All right, now let's talk about this week's matchups. They're already underway as we're about an hour and 40 minutes or so into, hour and 50 minutes or so into Thursday Night Football. So as you see, we've got some scoring going on. This is an interesting matchup right here. This one, we've got husband versus wife. Our defending champ, Gabe, and the Raider Richie here. Shadow Raider, his wife Tony. I do believe this is her first forte into the fantasy football world, and she has done very, very fucking well this season. She is the number 1 seed. She's 10-4, and right now she is projected a very, very slim 2-point victory over her husband. And I know Gabe will never hear the fucking end of this if his wife sends him home and ruins his repeat. So there's a little at stake probably in the household for this one. So this is an interesting matchup here. Whew, man. I got to pick a winner. I'm sorry, Gabe. I'm picking your wife. I think she's going to hand you your ass in this one. But we'll see. He's up 5 points already. He's got 5 points. Which, you know, in the third quarter out of your D-back isn't too spectacular of a score. So he's not off to a spectacular start. So we'll see how that one works out. The winner will be going on to Raider Bowl 3. Let's look at our other matchup. The other matchup. We got Maximum Effort versus the Black Hole. Lines are Season 1, Raider Nation, All Raider Nation League champion against Maximum Effort. Right now, again, another super close game. This one's projected within just over 3 points. These are both projected to be very, very, very close. I'm going lines on this one, though. I'm going with the Black Hole. I would like to see Season 1 champ face off against the Season 2 champ in Raider Bowl 3. I think that would be awesome, but I don't know if it's going to work out. We'll see. We'll see. I'm picking Lions in the black hole, and I'm picking Tony and Shadow Raider to move on to Raider Bowl 3. Let's hit the NFC. 2 big matchups this week. Let's start both of these. Both of these are rematches. These are division foes. These guys are facing off again for the 3rd time. Both of these matchups in the NFC. Both these matchups split this year. Both won one of the matchups against each other. Bandits and Bed Bath & Beyond. 11-3, both of them. Willie, by way of tiebreaker, got the number 1 seed. Bed Bath & Beyond took the 2. Both out of the same den. Crazy. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be an interesting matchup right here. We got 2 heavy hitters putting up big scores. You see, he's already got a wide receiver off to a solid start there. McConkey with 14 points already, 70 receiving yards. Must have got him a tackle in there somewhere, as I see a little bonus point there. So this is off to a matchup. I got to pick Willie in this one. Willie's been hot. He's been knocking around the top of the NFC for a few seasons. I'm picking Willie to take this one. And in our other matchup, also a division battle between Kilowattage and Lucky Number 11. 11-3, 10-4. This division spawned 3. This is a big one right here. This is a big one. Who's it going to be? Kilowattage, Lucky Number 11. Right now, Kilowattage is up 9-0. See who they've got. Dicker the kicker. Shit, I'm going up against Dicker the kicker too. That means that motherfucker got 9 against me too. He's got a 50-yarder. He's got a 30. He's got a 39. He's got a PAT. He's got 9 points. Apparently, I'm down 9-0 too. So, who do we got in this one? I'm taking Lucky Number 11. They've been hot as fuck all season. I'm taking Lucky Number 11. They're the highest scoring team in the league out of all 32 teams. I'm taking Lucky Number 11. Let's move on over to the AFC, because we got 2 matchups going on in the AFC. I'm telling you, man, we got some cool matchups the way this worked out. We got a husband and wife matchup, and we got a father and son matchup. Roger, 11-3, taking on his son, Ben, Stinky Pinky, Emmett Who, Stinky Pinky, and this is predicted to be close. Look at that line graph projection. This is less than a 3-point projection difference right now. This is projected to be super, super close. Is Stinky Pinky and his Homer pick at quarterback with the Bears quarterback, the rookie quarterback, Caleb Williams, going to pay off for him? Or is Stafford and Emmett Who going to rain down upon him and hand an L to his son, Sutton? He's got 7 points already out of a wide receiver, so he's scoring already. It's a 7-0 victory. I'll tell you what, I'm going with the elder Meffley in this one. I'm picking Emmett Who to win. I'm picking Emmett Who. He's going to show his son a little something. I tell you what, Roger has been awesome since he's joined this league thus far. He has been knocking around the top of the AFC since he came in and has been dominant in his division. So definitely glad we put that man in the hardcore challenge, because he definitely deserves to be here. He's that level of competition. And wrapping it up, the last game, last but not least, I got a back in the postseason win column. I got my dub. And in the process of my dub, I lost Montgomery, running back for the Lions. I'd lost J.K. Dobbins 2 weeks ago. I thought I was solid in running back, and now I only had one starting running back. Had to hit the waiver wire. Dug up Mostert. I can't believe Mostert was on the waiver wire. And I grabbed Tucker for a backup. So I'm a little light at running back. I'm weak at running back, man. That's hurting my projections big time. I am not projected to do well right now. King Salami, 196, 174, a 22-point favorite over me. They are one of my losses this season. I do believe I scored over 200 points when I played King Salami earlier. I lost in a shootout. They were either 7-0 or 6-1 at the time. They were the top team in the AFC, and I lost in an absolute shootout. So I'm looking for revenge in this one. I need Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase to come up fucking big It's going to come down to Monday Night Football. I've got a lot of guys that are playing on Monday Night Football. He doesn't have any. I've got a D-back. I've got Josh Jacobs. I got a wide receiver in Doubs. I got 3 guys going Monday Night Football. So it's going to come down to Monday Night Football in our game, that's for sure. And we'll see how that shakes out. But, man, I'm not going to pick a winner in this one, obviously. I hope I win. I am clearly the underdog in this matchup. Due to injuries that have hit over the last couple weeks. But I'm hoping I can pull this one out. But I'm clearly the underdog. I'm hoping I can take Brian down. We'll see. We'll see if I can pull it off. He's definitely the favorite in this one. As you have noticed, there is a banner across the top of all of the home pages as well as the mobile app because we've got fucking Christmas Day games. The NFL got greedy and want to shove games on motherfucking the middle of the fucking week next week. So I will have to go in and adjust our waiver wire days so that the waiver wire period is only 1 day so that we can use the waiver wire before the Wednesday games, those of us that are still playing. If you are eliminated, stay the fuck off the waiver wire. I saw a couple people dropping players. You don't have to make your roster legal anymore. Your team is dead. You don't have to worry about IR. You don't have to worry about any of that shit anymore. Your team is dead. Leave them the fuck alone. If you're in the big league, that's the roster you'll pick your keepers from next year. Don't be dropping them. You're only hurting yourself. Leave your rosters alone. If you are dead, you are dead. I will make that adjustment so that we can have a proper waiver wire period for next week. Next week's schedule for shows. I am planning to do a show on Wednesday night. I know it's motherfucking Christmas. I do my Christmas first thing into the fucking morning. By that time, it's just another day by that time of the fucking night. So I will be doing a show next week on Christmas because that's a big one. That's a big one. We got to do that show, man. We're going to have games that day. So we will be doing one and we'll be going in. We're going to have players have already played. It is what it is. We'll do the breakdown that night and we'll get into it. So next week, we will make the adjustment. Good luck to everybody, man. Except for you, King Salami. Fuck you. But good luck to everybody else. Good luck to everybody else. I hope you trip on yourself. But good luck to everybody else, man. It ain't easy to make it into the postseason in any one of our leagues. We try to make it difficult. It ain't easy. We make the pools small to get in. I like that there are the number 1 and the number 2 seeds get a first round bye. I do believe those guys should get rewarded for their season. That's why I don't have 8 teams in the postseason because I do believe you should be rewarded for having such a good regular season. You should get a week off to sit back and watch everybody else battle to have to fight you. I think that's important. There's a reason the hardcore challenge is the way it is. It's not meant to be easy. I haven't made the playoffs in the big league since fucking 2019. And I don't even remember when my last playoff win was, but it had been a fucking while ago. At least 5 years ago, because I don't think I won that year. So it was probably before that I got my last playoff win. And trust me, it ain't from lack of fucking effort. It is not easy to win in this league. Everybody plays, and that's why we try to keep the level of competition where it is. And we've got to ratchet it up a little in this offseason. A couple of you guys, you cruised through the end of the big league. A couple guys didn't set the rosters, probably gave away a couple dubs, man. And we can't have that. And we will not have that in the Raider League because those guys are gone. We're not bringing those guys back to the All Raider Nation League because if you weren't the level of competition that we wanted you to have in the league, we just won't invite you back. So that league, we're doing a little purge. And we're going to reboot that one. I know who I want back in that league. I know all the guys who I want back in that league, and I know all the guys I don't want back in that league. We're dropping that league down from 20 to 16. I want to put together a solid 16-person league. We'll keep that for 2 years. Maybe if it's really good after 1, we'll go up to 20, but it might be 2, and then we'll go back up to 20. But I want a solid fucking league. You got it, Brandon. Shoot us a message, dog. I'll keep you in mind. I won't forget you. Shoot me a message, and that way it'll be in our thing. But I definitely want to add some solid gamers in the Raider League. We had some cream puffs in there this season, and we can't have that. So we've got some stuff to address in the offseason to keep our league at where it's at and to make it better than it currently is. But good luck to everybody in the postseason. Man, All Raider Nation League, one more win, and you're in Raider Bowl 3. In the big league, you win this week. We're in the conference championships, one away from Hardcore Bowl 16. It's getting real, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck to everybody in the playoffs this week. Until next week, I'll see you. Have a happy fucking holidays. I'm out. Peace. Love. Raider Nation.